Hi, this is Ingrid from thinkingthis.com. In this video, we will be flipping through quarter 3 of my Sterling Ink A5 Vertical Common Planner. You'll see how I used and decorated my planner from July through September of 2025. At the end, I'll review my favorite spreads of the quarter. Let's take a look. It's just slightly off because things are off. So this is the yearly calendar, and I added the full moons and the new moons of each month. And then I just mark each week as we enter it. And that's pretty much it for that. I didn't get to use any of these pages. This is the content tally. So this is each social media channel got a specific color, and then on the day that I did content for that channel, I would mark it. So here we are with quarter 3's pages. If you want to see quarter 1 and quarter 2, be sure to take a look up at the top right, and you'll have a link to one of those. So these are the quarterly trackers. I track mainly exercise and yeah, not caught up in this tracker. Actually, no, I am caught up. I haven't exercised. I've been doing a lot of cleaning though. So let's jump right into week 27. Because, oh no, not week 27. First I have to, let's show the months. Okay, so this is July. July's theme color was mint, and so I tried to use markers and washi tape that went with mint. Then here we have August. August's color was white, and so this was the best I could do with white. September is red. And then October, I've already started filling things in. October is supposed to be gray. And these numbers, these colors are chosen on a random number generator. I took 18 colors and assigned them each a number, and then use the random number generator to choose the color for each month. And I threw white, gray, and silver in there, and it's like, hello, that's those three things are almost the same. So it added a little bit of a challenge to decorating, which, you know, now that I think about it, perhaps that's why some pages aren't decorated, because maybe it was I didn't have time to do it to adhere to the challenge. I will not be having white and gray and silver the same year. I'm gonna have to move those to different years. So this is week 28. Week 29. I decorate these, well, I decorate and time block these Sundays live on YouTube. And so some of these were actually planned live. And I go into detail, you know, what everything means. But basically, there's the dinner time that gets time blocked first. Then I do the bedtime routine. Then it's homeschool admin times that I add. And what is similar about that and the time blocks that are filled in instead of just outlined is that this is a hard time and you really shouldn't be switching it with something else. This is the time that this should be done, as opposed to other time blocks, which, hey, you know, I can do this part on this day and this part on this day, and so forth. So that's pretty much how I manage the weeklies. The weeklies is about keeping me in time, as opposed to the dailies, which is where I'm just writing my lists or journaling. And this is week 31. And now here we are in August, which was a white theme, like I said. And I just used whatever accent color was on the washi tape to write things and try to keep it with the theme. Week 33. Week 34 didn't have a live, so never got around to filling it in. Week 35, there was some travel. Week 36, September's color was red, and so all of the accent colors and titles / headers were red. Week 37. Week 38. Week 39. And this is week 40, which I decorated live today. And that's it. That's what we're up to. Next up in this flip through, we're going to see the Cartomancy, because that has been updated since our last view of the planner. This is the Cartomancy. And the theme of each month is what outlines the tarot card for that month. And so that's that. Nothing else has changed, so we can go right into the dailies. Page 100. There you have it. There is July. And July came together so quickly and so easily. I guess, you know, I have a lot of this color. And so it was easy to find stickers to make mint happen. This sticker says, "I'm glad it's the thought that counts because I spend all day thinking about the stuff I should be doing." And then this heart says, "Choose joy." And so my affirmations go here. daily habits or habits that I just want to keep track of across this month are all listed here, mostly by category. And then I go in there and put a dot on each day that I do it. And so we'll get into it on a page that has more rainbows than this. So, you know, I can talk over it and you have something even nicer to look at. But basically, each day gets a color, and this allows me to see a rainbow when I'm being consistent. And it's very motivating to put that dot there and keep the chain going. And these pages here, these 8 pages, I believe it's 8, but these pages happen each month. There is gratitude, there's a cover page, there's habits, there's keeping track of kids' things, there's a devotional tracker, there's a pet tracker. This is a contact log. This is reading and writing that occurs in July. So each day gets a line, and if I did it that day, I write it down. And so here, look at all these rainbows. A lot of these is me being consistent with like taking vitamins. And so that's exciting. That's exciting to see the rainbows. Then we have August. And oh, one thing I forgot to say is, if you didn't know from last time, this is a monthly theme, but it's a zodiac sign as well. So this is Cancer. So July was mint Cancer, just mentioning it. And August was white Leo. And so I used whatever white stickers and washi, and to make it different from June, which was silver, I made sure that whatever white washi I chose had gold and not silver accents. But then again, I didn't keep decorating. I could have run out of time, but I also feel like it was a bit too much of a challenge. And I tried to, you know, do some edging, and it's like, hey, it's white, you know, and hey, it's nice, but it took more time than I wanted it to, and so some pages didn't get decorated, even though these did. I love the way this looks. But maybe not so much after having done silver 2 months ago. And so didn't even label these. I just kept going in life and moved on. And this is the health tracker. One thing about these health trackers is that I would always switch over to a new tracker on day 1 of a menstrual cycle. But with my symptoms the way they have been, I'm sometimes switching a tracker more often than typical. And because of that, these months are off. So even though August is this, right? This is really starting July 1st because of when my cycle started and I needed to begin a new tracker. And so the same thing happens down here. I begin a new tracker, even though the month doesn't go. So what I end up doing is decorating for the month, starting with the tracker. So right now I'm tracking things in November's color, because that's how much things shifted quickly. And it's like, hey, we may have to add more, but I'm tracking September and October on November's color because of frequencies and whatnot. Anyway, this is a gratitude page, which again didn't even put a title. But hey, look, this was exercise. And so I made a rainbow here. The only color that's missing is red, but almost a rainbow. And this is September. September's color is red. The zodiac sign is Virgo. And this is the gratitude page. This one, again, came together very easily just because I had so many choices. This says smile big. This washi tape is a little strange what it says. It says, one day your smile, perhaps, can become a ray of sunshine in others' mind. Life is a chain of moments of enjoyment, not only about survival. It's just this grammatically a little funny to me, but hey, it looks nice, so I got put on. And these are my kid trackers. Devotional log, pet log, contact log, which I haven't kept up with. I'm thinking I'm going to put this in another spot and not take up a whole page for it. But we will see what happens next month. So this is my reading and my writing log. And this is, again, my health tracker. And it's for July and August based on what I explained before. It's just slightly off because things are off. And that's it for the trackers. Now, continuing with the dailies, we're on page 148. And we might not see too much of this because I do use my planner as an all-in-one. 148. Okay, so this is another health tracker. This is August and September. And so, again, this is really on October's pages, but because of the having to create new spreads based on the shift, we end up being in a different part of the book while the other trackers are somewhere else. So I'm not loving that. I'm thinking of how I can adjust this. But again, that's for next year. For this year, we're going to keep things as they are. And there is, I believe that's, oh no, then we have 198. Okay, we did that already. I realized that I ran out of pages, and so I had to add like a section for November and December. So that's why there's some stuff here, but now we've skipped some pages to pick up the dailies anew on another point. And here we are. July begins right here with this washi tape, and then I just start spilling. Sometimes there's a to-do list in more narrow column with journaling stuff on the wider column. These to-do lists aren't really happening daily because I'm not getting everything that comes to me that needs to be done isn't getting completed that day. A lot of times I'm writing something down because I don't want my mind to keep telling me about it. And it's my way of saying, hey, you can decide later when that happens. And so that's why it's Thursday the 24th, and I'm working on these things until it's time to make a new list Saturday the 26th, you know? And maybe on Friday I added a few more things, but I just didn't bother writing a new thing for Friday when I'm pretty much working off the same list of tasks. And so I decorate based on that on that monthly theme color. And here I started writing July stuff, but already here the to-do list is August. And so I put an August color washi tape to tell me that this column is already giving me August stuff. Even though this journaling stuff is from July, the to-do list is August stuff. And that's what these white stickers, are signaling to me when I flip through. So that, that's the functionality of having a different theme each month. So, these are journaling pages, so you're not going to see much. But, I just add some stickers in the white spaces after the fact if I have time. And so September begins here in terms of a to-do list, Saturday the 6th. And so I just did that part in red, even though everything else is relevant to August. This is week 27, and this is one of my favorites because the mint tone of the washi matches the markers perfectly. Same goes for week 28. This is week 40, and this is one of my favorite spreads of the quarter because, quite frankly, there were quite a few weeks in September, as you saw earlier, that did not get any deco. And here is the July cover page. I just love how all of this looks. Mint is one of my favorite colors, so that makes this, one to keep flipping back to. Here we have July's kid trackers. I just love the stickers I used on these two pages. I pretty much just love everything about July. This is July's health tracker, and I'm just really proud of myself. Look at all those rainbows. This is August's cover page. I love the flowers here. I'm glad I had these white flowers. And of course, I love that skull on the habit tracker. I just like the stickers and the washi tape that I chose for these two pages. Of course, the September cover page has to make it here. It was one of my highest viewed stop motion shorts of ever. And so it was a favorite when I made it, and it's a favorite today for more than one reason. All of the September trackers make it to my favorites list because all of September was just beautifully done. I loved stopping at these pages. And there we have it. We end at 239, and that is where we are as we begin quarter 4. If you enjoyed this video, please be sure to give it a like to let me know that you enjoyed this content. And be sure to subscribe if you want to be alerted when quarter 4 drops.